Right. I mean, it's egosyntonic in the way that narcissists confuse their subjective and distorted internal conception of reality with the totality of external objective reality, that they confuse self and world basically, and not in the kind of Eastern tradition of like we are all one collective consciousness, but in that they are the kind of overlord of everybody else's reality, and they're displacing their distorted reality onto everybody around them. And so what they say goes. This also goes for authoritarianism. It's not what's said or done, it's who says or does it. So they can say today the opposite of what they said tomorrow and feel no sense of hypocrisy or self-reflection or anything. But I think the interesting question when it comes to kind of patriarchy, colonialism, capitalism, as you mentioned, is which came first, the narcissism or the social systems that reflect and enable narcissists to kind of get ahead. To me, it's always the human behavioral patterns that are reflected in the social systems that emerge out of the human mind, right? That are put into place by human beings. And so colonialism, capitalism, patriarchy are reflections of the human pathology known as narcissism. I see narcissism as a regressive form of consciousness. That a lot of theories I like have narcissists kind of trapped in the infant stage where they never really individuate, right? So they see themselves as the world, or take capitalism. I mean, there's a reason narcissists thrive in capitalism. Number one, narcissists view everything as a transaction. Everything is transactional to them, right? I always say they don't give gifts, they make down payments. They might give you a gift, but that gift goes somewhere into their internal ledger, and they're going to want a return on their investment. You also have the kind of complete lack of empathy. And so, if you don't have any empathy and you're willing to use, abuse, and step on people, you'll get ahead in capitalism. It's just that simple. And so, we tell ourselves all of these stories of altruism and empathy and kind of the human capacity for understanding, but narcissists are trapped in their own reality. It's the tyranny of one perspective over the other, which is also colonialism. What is colonialism? It's not just the taking of land and resources, it's the control of reality. The colonizer comes in and forces indigenous peoples or the colonized to assimilate into their reality, speak their language, be beholden to their laws, right? Praise their gods. I mean, and don't even get me started on Christianity, and how it's a singularly not only narcissistic but authoritarian spiritual template. Right? What does religion really do? I mean, it provides us kind of an origin story and helps us deal with the unknown by creating this figure called God that's in control. And so whenever we're worried about something, we can just put it in the God box. But the other thing it does is it conditions us for our relationship to authority, the mythical God being the ultimate authority in all of the universe, right? And so it conditions us to see an authoritarian God. You can have no God above me, right? We are the one true religion. And so, all over the place, we have narcissism reflected in our social systems. We have authoritarianism reflected in our social systems, because narcissism and authoritarianism are basically synonyms. They're just taken in different contexts or scaled out from individual human behavior and interpersonal relationships into society level interpersonal relationships, right? And society level relationships. And so I think, if we're being honest, it's always the human behavior. These systems are created and implemented by the human mind. And so the systems will always reflect different conditions of the human mind.